Hey everybody, this is Psychic Hunter David Williamson, and we're now going to actually show you one of the finds that I found today out of the blue, par usual, on my way to Dan, my dentist, for my cleaning. I actually came across National Thrift. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And this is actually the owner?
No.
Oh, this is the manager?
District operational.
District operational manager of National Thrift, which is on Lawrence Avenue. What's the exact address here?
1448.
So 1448, and I'm going to actually introduce you guys to him. He actually he's going to introduce himself.
My name is Jake Davis.
And Jake is the one that's actually probably in charge of what happens here. And this is a really interesting concept because you're only going to let him explain it to you, but they actually have items coming in all the time. And one of the things I want to speak about, first of all, in this find element that we've spoken about, is the fact that the items are so organized. They're not to the extreme of other places where everything is colored, where I find sometimes it actually makes me nervous. I don't want to touch anything. It's actually fantastic. I walked in the door, I looked to the right, I saw all the glassware and the vintage items, etc. And then as I walked through the store, I noticed that all of the men's shirts, the women's dresses and everything were so perfectly organized. One of the gals at the front, if I get a chance, I'd like to introduce you to her as well. She actually was wonderful when I walked in the door. Very, very exciting, very, very fun. So anyway, let me just let you talk to hear Vince's sort of story here in regards to what the whole story and the concept behind this is.
Well, welcome to National Thrift. We're a little bit different than most thrift stores for the simple reason that when we source our products, we have a parent company that does import, export of used clothing. So 93% of the items that you do see in the store is paid for. 7% is through donations. But we definitely don't advertise for donations.
That's fantastic. And you know, one of the things as well that I was going to say here is I don't have the exact address on Lawrence. What's the exact address?
1448 Lawrence Avenue East.
Okay, so 1448 Lawrence Avenue East, right at Victoria Park. It's on the northwest corner. It's fabulous. And as I said, I'm going to take a little walk around, and if he's actually agreed that I can film a little, just to show you guys some of the stuff that's here. And if you have nothing to do, get out. Or you make this your objective of the day, get out, come down and take a look. What's the hours of the actual store here?
So Monday to Friday is from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., Saturday 10 to 9, and Sunday 10 to 6. This is also one of our 3 stores that we have.
And what are the other addresses to the other stores?
The other one is 2341 Peel Street and 4410 Kingston Road in Scarborough.
Oh, Scarborough, yes, fabulous. I remember I was out there when I was growing up. My brother used to hang around the... There was a bar where all the biker dudes were out at I can't remember the street now. It was east of Morningside on the south side. It was a real tough again sort of bar back in the 80s with, oh God, we won't get into that. But anyway, so like I said, your stuff is great though. I mean, everything's cleaned up. Everything's, pristine. It's just unbelievable. The store is clean. And as I said, sometimes when you go into these places to look, to pick, to whatever, you're not really finding, because everything's sort of disheveled. And other times it's overdone. It's all colored to such a degree. And there's nothing wrong with that. Listen, coloring, I worked in retail in the 80s, and coloring is extremely important. But I want to really thank you so much, today for enabling.
May I add one more thing?
Sure.
So you mentioned all the nice stuff that we actually have in the store. We do actually have a high tolerance for what we put in our stores.
Oh, good for you.
So we don't put things try not to put anything that has holes in it or it's bally, so it looks like new.
That's fantastic. Well, like I said, I just grab polo shirts. When I see polos, if they fit and they work for me, I'm just going to grab them and pick them up because I figured, they last for so long. And if I used to usually just throw them on as my workwear, and I got a little dog that's old, and she's, whatever's going to happen to it, it's going to happen to it. So these types of things I think are fantastic. But you also can find some great designer elements in thrift stores. Many people thrift and they go out and they find spectacular items. I found a fantastic bag at one of the stores. I can't remember now what it was. It was about 5 years ago. But this is the first in regards to the thrift involvements and the interviews and going to see. And listen, there's going to be many more, so please keep tuned. But I'm going to take a waltz about, if that's okay. Absolutely. And I'm going to look around, and I'm going to also hopefully get to introduce you to the gal that's on front, and she's the one of the fabulous staff members. It was, like I said, so wonderful when I came in. So I will be right back with you guys, and you'll see this. It's just fantastic. Wish you guys the best. We'll see you soon.